Have you ever felt like someone was saying one thing, but then meaning something completely different? In dating and relationships, the ability to truly read people can be the difference between a fulfilling connection and confusion. Today, I'm going to be breaking down 4 powerful lessons from the book Read People Like a Book by Patrick King, so you'll never have to guess what people are thinking ever again. Let's get started. Lesson number 1, the power of micro expressions. What if I was to tell you that it's actually pretty common for people to lie with their words? Like, I'm sure you've gone throughout high school, you've gone throughout your dating life, and maybe the person you're seeing is saying something, but then their actions or even micro expressions don't link or match up with their words. People can lie with their words a lot easier than lying with their face. When you're on a date or you're just speaking to someone and you're speaking to them about your plans, your goals, don't just focus on how they respond to you, but purely look deeper than that and look at their micro expressions. Because the faces you make, it almost just happens subconsciously. Like, you can think about something to say, but you can't control how your face actually reacts as well as you think you do. So this is why when you're navigating dating or relationships, I want you to start looking deeper, because this will give you a lot of answers about people's true intentions. What's an example of this? Let's say your partner says, "I'm fine," but then their micro expression doesn't really relate with "I'm fine." Maybe they're showing a bit of sadness. So if you're left confused and you just think, "Oh, you said you were fine, so I'm not going to show you more love because you said you were fine," it means you have like a poor ability to read people's actual behavior. Look at their micro expressions. This is going to make it a whole lot easier for you to develop fulfilling connections. It's what helped me, and the book speaks a whole lot more about proven studies with this. It even gives you like a quiz that you can do on your laptop or on your phone. It has like pictures of people's faces with just like expressions, and you have to try categorize their expression. Most people actually get a low score. Like, we think we're really good at judging people's expressions, but we're really not, because I did this test. I think the average score is like 20. I got like a 15. And this was after I finished the book. This is after I've read so many books of like human behavior, laws of human nature, all this stuff. But I sucked. So now I'm going to keep doing this quiz to improve my ability to read people. Because you can say this is manipulative. You can be like, "Oh, Adrian, why is it so important to read people's behavior?" I'm going to ask you, would you rather have this education and use it to protect yourself from someone potentially manipulating you? Or would you rather be the guy who watches this video, takes this lesson with a grain of salt, and just forgets about everything I've told, and continues to go throughout life just listening to people's words and not looking at their micro expressions, or having just a poor understanding of what micro expressions are? Let me find what the website was actually called. Social Intelligence Lab in the Wild. You'll be asked to look at pictures showing just people's eyes and to choose from 4 emotions to describe what you think the person is feeling. But be prepared to be surprised by your results. It's an amazing test, and I wouldn't have found this test if I didn't read this book. So I guess your actionable step for this lesson is to do this test and invest in this book, because it's something which can actually improve and save the quality of your life from being manipulated by a friend, by a business boss, whatever. Really important stuff. Lesson number 2, words reveal thought patterns. Most people think communication is about what's being said, but the real insights come from how people phrase things and the words they repeat. Because words are a direct reflection of someone's priorities, beliefs, and values. And if you're speaking to someone and they keep repeating this, like, "I love going to the gym, I love gym. They probably like going to the gym just because you can pick up on like the emotional cues. They like talking about it. If I like talking about something, it's clearly one of my priorities, and you probably can like start to gain my trust. It's like my recent videos on this YouTube channel. I like speaking about the dynamics of relationships because it's something I used to struggle with heavily. Now, because I've created this repeating pattern, you can kind of tell it's one of my priorities. I find purpose in speaking about it. If I was just to sit here and keep speaking about relationships, but then one day start speaking about soccer, I can say I'm the best soccer player, but because I haven't repeated that for God knows how long, you probably wouldn't believe me, just because it's so like random. So that's why repeated words and repeated actions start to create value and trust. So if you're with a partner and she keeps repeating about something over days, weeks, months, you probably know she's being legit and purposeful. In case you have a little bit of trust issues, this is a lesson which really taught me a lot. If you can truly listen closely, you can actually pick up on patterns that do reveal true intentions. even if they don't say them outright. What's an example for dating and relationships? I love this example a lot. I actually wrote it down. It states, if someone frequently says, I don't want drama, or I hate toxic relationships, they might have a habit of getting into dramatic situations. How crazy is that? They say they hate this, but that's purely because they have the habit of continuously and repetitively getting into it. Whoa. Really start to read in between the lines of when people speak, because when they do speak, it does reveal past behaviors, past patterns. Another example, if someone keeps saying, I'm not ready for anything serious, believe them, even if their actions seem affectionate at times. Instead of just hearing the words, I want you to start asking yourself, what belief is under what they're saying? Do their words match their actions? And what themes keep coming up in their conversations? By listening to repeated phrases and emotional cues, you'll slowly start to see people's real mindset before it may cause confusion or even heartbreak, which is a situation you really don't want to find yourself with. Lesson number 3, people mirror who they like. Subconsciously, if we like someone, we're almost quite literally going to mirror them. We're going to mimic their actions, the way they talk, their mannerisms, the way they pause, how they speak, how they move, their body language. We will mirror someone the more we like them. Right now, you probably really like my content, and maybe you're starting to pick up the way I speak, and maybe that's how you're starting to speak in your day-to-day life. Like the way I explain things. Maybe you like it and maybe you're starting to follow it. It's the same thing with relationships. Maybe the girl you're speaking to likes that you're starting to lean closer, so she'll lean closer as well. She's mirroring your behavior. Why is this important? Let's say you like someone and you're trying to escalate. Maybe you're trying to move in and they're not mirroring your energy. That's a lot of evidence which you can use to your advantage. That just shows that right now, maybe she doesn't like you as much as you think she does. So maybe you need to back off a little bit and see how she responds. When someone mirrors your behaviors, I'm just going to make this bland and simple. They most likely like you as a person, as a romantic partner, as a business boss, so many things. It's important. And you've probably been going throughout your whole life being unaware of this. If they feel truly, truly, truly comfortable with you, they will mirror you. If they don't, there will be some sort of emotional distance, almost like disconnection, like something's not right. Maybe you are incompatible. Maybe all the things you do like, she doesn't really like. And you can't really try to force her to like things. We're all unique. Sure, you can motivate someone to start liking something you like, but at least for the initial stages of dating and relationships, treat whoever you're talking to as a mirror. If the mirror pulls away, that means you pull away. If you start to get close and she starts coming closer, you go closer. Pretty simple. Your brain's probably thinking, Adrian, how am I meant to remember all of this when I'm speaking to someone? When I speak to someone, I just get extremely, extremely anxious. And I forget everything you've said in my YouTube videos and I just panic, I get awkward, I get uncomfortable. Take a big breath. I know all of my videos might seem like content information overload, and I don't want to feel like I'm bombarding you. I'm just telling you what's really helped me. But I think if that's a common issue with trying to take action on my lessons, that just comes down to anxiety and your lack of presence. How do you become more present? I think what's helped me a lot was a dopamine detox and starting to meditate more often. Just eliminating distractions, almost organize my brain, almost put me at peace, erases negative thoughts, and just made me a whole lot more likely to take action on the lessons I learned from whatever book I read or from whatever video I watched. I guess an actual step for you for this lesson to make you more able to take action on the lessons is I want you to meditate for 5 minutes now. Pause this video. Don't close the app, but pause the video, put a timer on 5 minutes and just sit there. Wherever you're sitting now, just sit there with your own thoughts. You will now become aware of how many negative thoughts you have. And once you're aware of this, once you can start to almost organize your brain, just be peace and stillness. This will also help you with taking in my lessons and remembering them more than if your brain is just brain rotted like so many young guys' brains are. Lesson number 4, actions over words. One of the biggest mistakes so many people make, including younger Adrian, is listening purely to words instead of watching behavior. What's an example of this? I can sit here and say, I'm going to post a video every day for the next year. Those are the words being said. those are what I've put at stake. It's like the value. But what if my behavior doesn't match up with those words? Now those words that I once said have a whole lot less value. What does this tell me? Okay, behavior means a whole lot more than words. So now when someone does say something, I'm still going to be a little bit like, you still have to prove it to me. What's an example of this with like dating? If someone says they truly, truly care about you and please, I love you, but then they don't make the time to see you, which is the behavior to show that you care about someone, their words, quite frankly, don't mean much. And this whole time, you've been too nice, too much of a yes man, and thinking that words mean everything. Oh, no, but she said this. She said it, so she can't lie. He can't lie. He said this. He has to like me. You're putting too much value on words and not on the behaviors. Now, I'm not saying always have trust issues and never ever believe what someone says. No. Right now, though, I'm just saying I want you to be a little bit more cautious when you're navigating your way through relationships, because it's so easy for someone to say something and then their behaviors to not match with what they've said. Words don't mean as much as you think they do. It's behaviors. So please, I want you to start watching and actually using your brain and thinking, okay, he said he's going to do this for me. Has he done it? It's now been 6 months and clearly his words don't have as much value as I once thought they did. At the end of the day, people's actions, words, and body language always tell a story. You quite frankly just have to know how to read it. Mastering these 4 lessons won't just help you navigate your way through relationships. It will protect you from confusion, mixed signals, and most importantly, wasted time. Start paying more attention and you'll never second guess yourself again. If this video helped you, I'd love for you to drop a comment with the biggest insight you took away. Read people like a book. Also, make sure to click the subscribe button and also that little bell icon. It will kind of like remind you when I do upload these videos, and you can watch them and educate yourself as soon as humanly possible. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video.